Hey everyone, Codex here. Today what we're gonna do is take a look at Fantom and the rally it has been experiencing since March of 2020. But before we do get into this one, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave the video a thumbs up and a comment if you have anything to say, as every bit of support helps us moving forward. Let's get into this one. Now Fantom has been a monster since the market crash back in March right here. And since then, FTM has basically been reaching new milestones and new all-time highs every single time. We experienced a first move to the upside of roughly 3,400%, which is a 35x right here before dropping 79%. However, FTM didn't stop right there and it was time for another rally, and this one was even more impressive than the one that came in before, since Fantom went from less than 2 cents, keep in mind, all the way up to almost $1. And of course, after each parabolic rally, we experienced another pullback. And look, this isn't even parabolic. I mean, it's quite funny to say it, but FTM had a linear move right here. I mean, the more you zoom out, the more this move looks like a line to you. A few months later, after the consolidation phase, we experienced another move to the upside to reach our all-time high before dropping when BTC started getting shaky. And here we are. I mean, despite the current bearish trend for Bitcoin, and even though that the vast majority of altcoins are currently bleeding not only against the US dollar, keep in mind, but also against BTC, we see Fantom going up as if nothing is happening. Now, if we take a look at the Phoenix ascending on a weekly time frame, and this is basically a momentum indicator, we can see that we still have a lot of room for growth, and FTM is still in a massive uptrend. The green line is still heading up, winning its race against both the blue LSMA and the red RSI, which is a bullish sign. And as long as Fantom keeps it this way, things will remain the same. Fantom is looking strong, and I do in fact believe that one day we will reach $10. But do I think that entering now is a good idea? Not really, but let me explain why. Look, if we pull up the risk metric for Fantom as well as the DCA index, and by the way, if you are new, these two are basically risk models that show us when a particular asset is oversold and undervalued, and when it's overbought and in need of a pullback. The risk metric is on the scale of 10 and the DCA index is on the scale of 100. And look, with the risk metric, we always say that you should never buy when the risk is above 4. You should always gradually accumulate right here in the green area when the risk is much lower and when it's below 4. And we have had our accumulation phase right here back in December when the price was between 1.15 and $2. We have also had a prior accumulation phase right here for FTM when it was at less than 40 cents actually. And this is where you should buy. People tend to be fearful in these regions. People are selling, the sentiment isn't great overall, and we are in a continuous downtrend. And in these rough times, you should accumulate. The same applies to the DCA index. And by the way, we are currently at 52.4 on the DCA model, which is also an area in which we typically don't buy. However, this doesn't mean that we won't go up. Me saying that the risk is a bit too high to enter doesn't imply that we will crash or anything. FTM can double or even triple in its value, especially if Bitcoin comes back on track. However, buying when the risk is at these levels isn't really the best option, in my opinion, of course. And there are several coins that have a much lower risk level now. So, to conclude, long term, I'm still bullish on FTM. I think the rally isn't over yet. We will most certainly experience a pullback of 15 to 20% if Bitcoin goes back again below 40,000 US dollars. It's totally normal. I mean, everything is related to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops 10 to 15%, the whole market will surely drop. But this doesn't deny the fact that FTM is in a strong uptrend. However, as I said, the risk is a bit too high for me personally. It's not for you, it's me. This is my opinion. The risk metric is mine. The DCA index is Jay's. I'll leave his channel below. But as I said, this is my personal opinion. It's a bit too high for me to jump in now. There was a time where you could have bought and you would already be up 100 to 200%. This was about it, guys. Thanks for sticking by. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. Make sure to check my Telegram if you want to get access to the risk metrics for free. You don't have to pay a nickel for it. And peace.